Before Jesus walked the earth, a divine story was already in motion. Guided by Gabriel, a Melchizedek was chosen to recount how Michael of Nebadon, creator of worlds, prepared to live as a mortal on Urantia. Every creator's son must share the lives of his own children to earn true sovereignty, and now heaven awaited the moment when the creator himself would become one of his creations. Before the last and greatest chapter of his divine journey, Michael of Nebadon had already lived 6 lives among 6 kinds of his own creations. Now he prepared for the final descent, to become a mortal on Urantia, the lowest of his intelligent children. In this humble form, he would complete the supreme act of his quest, to gain true universe sovereignty through experience, not power. Through each of his 6 divine lives, Michael gained both the experience of his creations and the wisdom of paradise. Though he could have ruled Nebadon by his own power, he chose a higher way to serve, to learn, and to rule in harmony with the Paradise Trinity. He sought not power, but perfect wisdom born of experience, the way of the Supreme Being. Michael's 7 divine missions had 2 great purposes. First, to truly understand his creations before claiming full sovereignty. Second, to rule in perfect harmony with the Paradise Trinity. In each life, he willingly aligned with a different aspect of the divine will, until, in his final bestowal on Urantia, he submitted wholly to the will of the Universal Father. Michael's 7 divine missions had 2 great purposes. First, to truly understand his creations before claiming full sovereignty. Second, to rule in perfect harmony with the Paradise Trinity. In each life, he willingly aligned with a different aspect of the divine will, until, in his final bestowal on Urantia, he submitted wholly to the will of the Universal Father. Through his 7 divine lives, Michael united the will of heaven with the experience of his creations. His power is limitless, born from divine fellowship, his authority unshakable, earned through living as his children live. His rule is supreme, joining the wisdom of paradise with the hearts of time and space. When the time of his final mission arrived and the world was chosen, Michael of Nebadon gathered with Gabriel, his faithful companion. Then, in solemn grace, he stood before his elder brother, Emmanuel of Paradise. There, Michael entrusted the care of his vast universe to Emmanuel before descending to live as a mortal on Urantia. And in that sacred moment, Emmanuel offered his divine counsel, words that would guide Michael's path as he prepared to walk among men. Michael of Nebadon chose to take on mortal flesh, submitting himself to the will of the Paradise Father. Though he needed no command, he sought to reveal the Supreme through perfect harmony with all the wills of paradise. 6 times before, he had received guidance from divine messengers. But now, for his final mission, the Counsel came from the Union of Days, speaking on behalf of the Universal Father himself. Once more, Michael of Nebadon chose humility, to place himself under the will of the Universal Father. Through this act, he would not only share the life of mortal man, but also embody the purpose of the Father himself. With Emmanuel guarding his universe and the Ancients of Days ensuring its safety, Michael could begin his sacred journey to Urantia in perfect peace and divine confidence. In that sacred moment, Emmanuel of Paradise presented Michael with the 7th and final bestowal, the divine mission that would send him to Urantia as a mortal. From this holy charge came the words of guidance that would lead the Creator's Son to become Jesus of Nazareth. The 7th Bestowal Commission. Emmanuel of Paradise spoke to his brother, Michael of Nebadon, as he prepared for his 7th and final bestowal, 6 times before he had triumphed. But now he would descend to Urantia, not in glory, but as a helpless child. For the first time, the Creator would live as one of his own creations, to know the full meaning of life as a mortal. In his past missions, Michael had always submitted to the will of the Paradise deities. But now, for his final bestowal, he chose to yield completely to the will of the Universal Father. During his time on Earth, Emmanuel would guard Nebadon as the Father's representative. In choosing to be born on Urantia, Michael gave up all divine power and heavenly aid, placing himself fully in the hands of the Paradise Father. As his children once relied on him, now he would rely on faith alone. Through this mortal life, he would come to know the true meaning of the trust he had always taught to his creation. Emmanuel told Michael, "During your life on Urantia, focus on one thing, your perfect communion with the Paradise Father. Through it, the world will see a clearer vision of God." While Michael walked the earth, Emmanuel would guard Nebadon, and when he returned, Michael would reclaim not borrowed power, but supreme sovereignty forever. Emmanuel assured Michael that all of Nebadon would remain safe during his absence. By the decree of the Ancients of Days, no rebellion could arise while the Creator walked as a man. With Paradise Authority protecting every loyal soul, Michael could begin his mission with one purpose: to reveal the Father to all creation. Emmanuel reminded Michael that, as in every past mission, he would act as the trusted keeper of Nebadon. All authority and power would remain in Michael's name, ready to be reclaimed at any moment, for this bestowal was wholly voluntary. While Michael would live on Urantia as a mortal without divine power, Emmanuel's presence guaranteed that the universe would remain safe and stable. No rebellion could rise, even the faintest spark of discord would destroy itself. And so, under perfect order and divine trust, Michael could descend to earth in peace. Emmanuel pledged to rule Nebadon faithfully in Michael's absence, with Gabriel by his side. Speaking for the Universal Father, he sent Michael forth to reveal divine truth through the life of a man. And before his descent, Emmanuel offered sacred counsel, words meant to guide the Creator as he awakened to his mission on earth. The Bestowal Limitations. From the heights of paradise, Emmanuel declared that all was ready for Michael's final mission. According to divine order, the Creator would descend to Urantia, to live as a child of the realm, to grow, learn, and walk as a man. Guided by the will of the Paradise Father, he would complete his human life, return to the heavens, and receive supreme sovereignty over his universe. It was the beginning of the greatest bestowal, when a creator chose to live among his own creations. Beyond his earthly mission, Emmanuel gave Michael a hidden task: to end the Lucifer rebellion, but he would not conquer by power or command. As a humble man of faith, Michael would face the fallen sons and, through obedience to the Father's will, bring their darkness to an end. In weakness made strong, he would win the greatest victory, returning as both the Son of Man and the Son of God, the rightful sovereign of all Nebadon. When his work on earth was done, Emmanuel told Michael to receive from Gabriel the title Planetary Prince of Urantia, an eternal honor for his final bestowal. Through love and mercy, he would heal the sorrow brought by Caligastia's betrayal and Adam's fall, restoring light to a world once broken. At Michael's request, Gabriel and the hosts of heaven would join him as his mission on earth came to its close. With his triumph, an old age would end, the sleeping souls would rise, and a new era would begin, the age of the Spirit of Truth, bringing renewal and light to the world. Emmanuel counseled Michael to live as a teacher among men, to awaken their spirits, enlighten their minds, and free them from fear. With kindness and wisdom, he would heal hearts, care for bodies, and live the perfect life of faith to inspire an entire universe. Emmanuel urged Michael to free the people of Urantia and affirm the rule of the Supreme. As a man, he would unite human will with divine will, the finite with the infinite, and when his mission was complete, he would send the Spirit of Truth to open every heart and lead all souls back to the light. Emmanuel told Michael that his life on earth would be more than an example for one world. Though he lived on Urantia, his every word and deed would inspire all beings across the universe. His mortal life would become a timeless light, guiding every generation on every world toward the will of God. Emmanuel revealed the true purpose of Michael's mission: to live fully devoted to the will of the Paradise Father and reveal God's love in human form. His life would speak to both heaven and earth, showing God to man and man to God. In one brief lifetime, he would unite the human and the divine, proving that through faith, man can find God, and God can be found in man. Emmanuel warned Michael to remember that while he would live as a man, he would still carry the power of a Creator's Son. That divine strength would follow him to Urantia, yet he must never use it, except by the will of the Paradise Father. His true test would be to live fully as man, though he was God, to hold infinite power in perfect obedience. Further counsel and advice. As Michael prepared to leave for Urantia, Emmanuel spoke his final words. After giving counsel on the greater mission, he offered simple, personal advice, guidance shaped with Gabriel's wisdom to help the Creator live as a man among men. Emmanuel advised Michael that while living the divine ideal on earth, he should also do simple, practical good, offering real help and kindness to those around him. For heaven's light shines most clearly through humble acts of love. Emmanuel advised Michael to honor the family customs of his time, to live among the people as one of them, sharing their joys and daily life, not as a distant creator, but as a brother and a friend. Emmanuel counseled Michael to stay apart from the world's politics and wealth, to focus instead on renewing the spirit and freeing the mind. His mission was not to rule nations, but to live the ideal life of faith, a light of truth shining quietly among men. Emmanuel cautioned Michael not to interfere with humanity's natural growth, but to guide them through example, leaving behind a lasting path of faith and spiritual light. He would not change the world by power, but by the quiet strength of divine love. Emmanuel told Michael to walk among the faiths of Urantia, joining their spiritual paths but creating no new religion. His life and truth would belong to all, a gift of divine love shared with every people and every faith. Emmanuel spoke with gentle gravity. He told Michael that though he would live as a man among men, sharing their joys and struggles, he would not take a wife nor leave descendants on Urantia. For such was the law of Paradise Sons, that their divine missions end with love freely given to all, but no earthly lineage left behind. Emmanuel's final words carried both love and majesty. He entrusted Michael's human life to the divine spirit within, the unseen guide that would join creator and creature as one. Then he lifted his hands in blessing. May our Father guide you from the moment you depart, through your life as a man, until you rise again. The sovereign of Nebadon. Turning to Gabriel, Emmanuel said, "In his absence, I reign in his stead. Guard the Son of Man until he returns. In power and in glory and before the assembled hosts of heaven, Michael of Nebadon stepped into the light, departing Salvington to begin his final, most sacred bestowal. And then, before the gathered hosts of Salvington, Michael rose in radiant silence and departed from their midst. The heavens watched as their creator vanished into the light, leaving his throne empty until the day he would return, not just as the Son of God, but as the supreme ruler of all Nebadon." The Incarnation, making 2-1. Some in the universe once whispered that Michael sought power for himself, that his rule was born of pride, not love. But all such doubts would be silenced forever when the Creator became a man of self-forgetful service. Living every moment in obedience to the will of the Paradise Father, he came not as two beings but as one, God incarnate in man, divinity and humanity perfectly united. Jesus did not grow into God. He was God and man, always and forever, as the Paradise Trinity is one divine unity. The supreme purpose of this bestowal was clear, to reveal the true face of God to all creation. And that revelation came not through thunder or miracles, but through the quiet, natural unfolding of divine love in the life of a humble man, Jesus of Nazareth, the living miracle of God made flesh. Thank you for watching the video. If you found the content helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our latest videos. Wishing you peace and good fortune always.